Hey there, everyone. So, if you think this is the year you are finally going to get your money together and start investing for your financial future, well, I got to tell you, this episode is for you. And today, we have back with us Marshall Goins, and he is going to share today why it is so important for you to launch your new year with a great mindset for financial future success. So let's bring him on. Hey there, Marshall. How are you?
Doing great, Mickey. Nice to see you again, and Happy New Year to everybody.
New Year. Happy New Year. This is so exciting and such a great topic, of course. It's the beginning of the year when people are starting to decide what kind of poor habits they're going to ditch and what kind of good habits they're going to start creating. So I just gotta ask you, why is the start of a new year so powerful for mindset? What does it have to do with that?
I don't know. I mean, historically, it's nice to have a reset and try something new. And that's a great question about the history of this and when we started doing this, right? But famously, New Year's resolutions. You wonder if it has to do with that song, Auld Lang Syne. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, New Year's resolutions. I don't like it. I don't like resolutions. I don't even like goals, Mickey. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to throw you off. No, I don't like goals.
Just blew my mind.
I like systems.
Yeah, systems. We know that.
I like systems and habits, right? Things that you do on a regular basis. So people, resolutions are famously, not good. And I see the resolutions every year at the gym, right? I go to the gym on a regular basis, and gosh, January is a mess. And then by about the third, fourth week of January, it's all back to normal, right?
Oh yeah.
And so it comes back to basic habits and not being overly aggressive, having a clear plan and setting some tiny habits. And I'm going to tell you more about that in a minute. Tiny habits.
Tiny habits.
But, yeah, exactly. Little things you can do. There's no reason you can't do it when they're that tiny.
Well, that's pretty great. So I'm wondering if you can shed some light on this. There are people out there that will say, this is the year I'm going to get my finances together this year.
Right.
And so, like you mentioned, a lot of times when people think of it as a resolution, it sometimes goes by the wayside. So what is it that they usually get wrong with that?
Well, I just think they don't set up a system for success, right? One of my favorite books, and I've mentioned this before on the podcast, is Atomic Habits. And it actually was a follow-on to another book called Tiny Habits, right? Little bitty habits, right? And there's research that shows it's not about motivation. It's not about willpower. It's about setting a time and a location, right? You set a time and a location to show up. So you think about that in the context of your finances. Pick a time each week or each end of the month to look at your finances and make adjustments, right?
Yes.
And so I think that's where they're missing the mark, is to say something and not put it on the calendar. I love to put stuff on the calendar to remind me. We've got all these great devices, these smartphones, and I don't know that we're getting any smarter.
8 million notifications.
I know, but make ones that are meaningful that you will pay attention to.
Right.
Like look at your checking account and see how you're doing halfway through the month.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at your investment strategy at certain times of the year. So I think that's where they're missing the mark. Resolutions, no. Goals, no. System, yes. A process.
Absolutely. It's making a clear plan, right? So you're having a clear plan that is a system instead of these crazy, overly aggressive goals that they're just going to give up on. So that makes so much more sense. And like you said, just a couple things, the time and location rather than a ton of different things that they're trying to do all at once. And that's why they give up, more than likely. I would think,
Yeah, I think so. They take on too much. Like we said, overly aggressive. They take on too much and then they get overwhelmed. I mean, it's typical when you go to the gym, you get sore and you can't get off the couch the next week because you've overdone it, right?
Right. But if you learn to build up to it, when you speak
Mhm.
about it in that with that kind of an analogy, if you
Right.
start to increase your exercise a little bit more, little bit more at a time, so
Mhm.
that your body starts to adjust, then you can get into this
Mhm.
bigger system of taking
Right.
care of your health,
That's
right?
right. Mhm.
Without wanting to give up because you hurt all the time.
Right.
It just
Right.
becomes a
Exactly.
habit. It becomes a
Exactly.
daily practice, right?
Right. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what actually, I feel like you kind of touched on this already, but what else really helps to move the needle on that? I mean, are there some non negotiables for financial success?
Sure. Sure. Part of the success for finances has to do with your contributions and the growth of your account, right? And so you start being aware. I ask people a lot in my first few meetings with them, how much are you saving each month, right?
Right.
And then I want to know what percentage of your take home or your gross monthly are you saving,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because that number will tell you how you're going to do. If it's
Yeah.
2% of your gross, if it gets 7, 8, 9, 10, you're in
Mm-hmm.
better shape. And so people ask me all the time, how am I doing? How am I doing? Well, I look at these just real simple, thumbnails, ideas about what is the percentage of your take home you're saving. And so,
Yeah.
that little stuff, those tiny little habits will move the needle, right?
So, what do you recommend? Uh, what
Well,
is the recommendation? And I'm sure everybody's a little bit different,
right.
but what is ideal? What would
Yeah.
be the ideal contribution out of your income every month?
Well, it would be 15%, 10 to
Mhm.
15%. And I have clients that hit 15% and they're saving way more because they've really gotten into the game. And they're not
Yeah.
living crazy, cheap. They just have learned how to save.
Mhm.
And so it's just the process of learning how to save. So maybe the challenge,
Mhm.
is all cash. Go only cash. Put all your cards away for January and see how it goes. Try
Yeah.
something. Put your
Ooh,
cards away and put cash in your pocket,
that's a really good challenge. The cash
right?
challenge.
New
Ooh,
Year's
that's a good
challenge.
one.
And then back to the idea of the tiny habits in that
Yeah.
put stuff on your, and the idea of the tiny habit is, you decide, you make a commitment to do something for 2 minutes,
Mhm.
right? And then do it. So they talk about a guy that wanted to start going to the gym more. So he started going to the gym for 2 minutes. His goal, his commitment, his system was to show up at the gym
Yep.
for 2 minutes. And he got
Yeah.
used to showing up, being like, well, I'm here. Why don't I stay for a while? So he would
Right.
stay for
Right.
10 minutes. And then fast forward for 9 or, a year, he had lost a bunch of weight. So it's the same with this. Pick
Yeah.
2 minutes on Friday afternoon, put it on your calendar, and you look at your cash flow. What did I spend? What was my income and what did I spend?
Exactly. That's
Right?
such a great start. I love
Yeah.
that.
Simple. It's very
I love
simple.
that. Oh, yeah,
As they
it's
say,
great.
simple, but not easy.
Well,
Simple, but
yeah, and I mean, thinking
Mhm.
more like, okay, if you're not making any contributions, why don't you start small and build up as you get used to it? Like,
Right.
start off with 2%, okay, and then the next month, bump it up to 3%, next
Right.
month, 4, or something like that. Stair step it so that you are taking some time to acclimate to it, and before you know it, you're
Right.
gonna be contributing so much more, and then
Mhm.
it's just like you
Right.
said, it's
Right. And so
what you
that
do.
would be a great way to do it, and put it on your calendar to look at it every Friday for 2 minutes to see how you're doing.
Yes.
Right. And then give yourself a reward or whatever if you're not hitting your goal. I
Yeah.
mean, I've heard, people wait till the end of the year to look at these things. That's too
That's
long,
not a good
right?
idea.
You could wait till the end
No.
of the month, but at this point, look at it
Mhm.
every week, right?
Yes.
And just see how you're doing. You don't want to get cause anxiety, but look at it on a regular
Right.
basis so you can know how you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, you inspired me to do that about a year ago. And I started doing that.
Awesome.
And now my husband and we've even taken it a step further. Instead of the yearly log of retirement stuff that we have, checking on and seeing how we might be doing or not doing, Now we've decided, okay, we're going to start doing this quarterly. We'll have quarterly
Yeah.
updates now. And we
Yeah.
still
That's
check
great.
everything every week, but we take a look at
Yep.
accounts and so forth. But as far as we have a spreadsheet that
Yep.
we put it down so we can see, we actually, for us, it feels like we can feel the growth that way.
Right.
I know it
Right.
sounds silly, but you feel the growth when you go up $5, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. You feel the growth when you're typing in
Yep.
more money. So you
Yep.
feel it. So
Well, and
anyway.
that's the idea, is to start feeling good about your progress and not to get overwhelmed by taking on too much.
Yeah.
Keep it simple and start making progress. And that's the idea, is not to get overwhelmed, and and then start using resources, educate yourself. So,
Right.
look at your finances and then spend 5 minutes educating yourself on maybe something like our no stress retirement checklist. How long would it take to read that? How long would it take to read that?
About maybe maybe about 2 minutes.
There you go.
Yeah. I
Just
mean,
read it, right?
I
And then next
know.
week when you look at it, you're like, well, look, I'm reading this thing. Why don't I look at this one thing? What is this?
Exactly.
And you know what I like to do now? If I see something I don't really know, you know what I do? I put it in AI and ask, what is this?
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that. In fact, people could, I mean, if they really wanted to, they could print it out, or you know what? You could save it as a screensaver on your computer or on your
There you
tablet
go.
or on your phone.
There you go. There
Why
you go.
not? Share with a friend.
Yep, yep.
I love
Exactly.
that. That's great. I mean, those
Yeah,
are
forget
just
it, and don't feel guilty about the past. Forget about it. You can't go back there. It's never. Forget about that and stay focused on what you can do right now. Right now.
Exactly. What are some of the things? I mean, you say don't feel guilty about the past, but what are some things that come to mind that people should just let go of? Let it go.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, are you singing to us now? This is
I
a
am.
musical podcast now.
Oh, welcome everybody. I just had that song go through my head. I think
That's
it's
a great
from that.
line. Let
Yeah.
it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
I just a lot of people think they haven't done enough. They feel guilty for wherever they are. And so it's
Mhm.
always interesting. We have people in here in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. I think we talked this year, we had a couple in their 70s that were
Mhm.
having budget problems. Remember that?
Yes.
Right.
Help
And
them
so
turn that
when
around
we got
quick.
them on track and got that
Yeah.
resolved, a lot of that guilt and regret went away, because they're like, well, can't change the past, but I'm going to do good today. I'm going to do good today.
Exactly. I mean, but to your point, and I agree with you wholeheartedly, let it go. But I'm going to let you people know. Here's the deal. The younger you start investing, the better off you're going to be. So if you look at people who are 25 years old versus 35, guess what? Those 25-year-olds are probably going to retire a lot earlier than those
Right.
35-year-olds.
Right.
I'm living proof of that.
Yeah. And also, a lot of times people don't know what they don't know, right?
Exactly.
Because I met a couple this week in their 60s,
Mhm.
and they were a lot of anxiety around, can they retire? Can they stop? Can they start doing it? And we started going through the stuff, and I could see pretty quickly that they're going to be fine, but they didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So give us a call. It doesn't cost anything to look at it and, get an estimate. You think get an estimate. That's funny. Think about going to get your car fixed. Go in and get an estimate.
Well, it's kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's not an estimate, but I mean, you're actually helping them to estimate what they can take out, or how much they're going to be able to retire on, or what they need to do to get to their goal of what they think their retirement goal is for them to live.
And so at the end of that, they have a list of action items, right, to go check on, find out, bring back to us, sit down together and talk through this. And then in a few weeks, we're going to get back on a Zoom call. That's how it works, folks. It's that easy.
It really is. You've helped so many people in all different age levels. The main thing is just don't procrastinate anymore. So no more. Just start with a baby step, a little tiny action. Start. I mean, I love that whole, you're doing the tiny 2-step. The tiny 2-minute two-step.
I need to stop.
I don't know. Anyway.
You're so creative, Nikki.
I can't help it. I
You
mean,
should be a country songwriter or something. I don't know.
I should, like you.
Like me.
Marshall's good. He's a great musician.
Marshall's a country music songwriter.
Yeah, so you not only meet the amazing, brilliant investment advisor, but you get to meet a really great musician as well. So bonus. Ta-da! It is kind of fun to find out what people also do besides their day job, right? So it is fun to hear about that. I think so. You get to hear from our clients all the time about all the great things that they do. So
I enjoy that. I love the stories.
Hey, yeah. I want you all to go to the comments and let us know, what do you think you need to do to shift your mindset? What is it? What is stalling you out? What's going to be your tiny 2-minute two-step that you're going to start with? What is it? We want to hear. So it's kind of fun. And of course, as always, like Marshall was saying, you are more than welcome to reach out for a free consultation. In fact, if you go to our website and you go to the contact page, or just scroll down to the bottom where it has the contact information, you can click on a little box that says, I'd like to schedule an appointment. There you go. And
awesome. Thanks, Mickey.
Yeah, and you were mentioning the no stress retirement checklist, right?
I did.
So I know that you all want this. You want it. So also you can go to the website and you can check a box and we'll send it to you. It's really easy. It's a 2-minute read, as we just realized, and it can really, really help set your course for your financial future. So thank you so much, Marshall. You are always just chock full of so many great tips and ideas to help our friends, family, and clients to achieve greater financial independence. So thank you.
Thanks, Mickey. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you. It's good to see all of you. And tune in next time when we talk about different habits that sabotage your future with your finances. So we'll see you next time on Money Matters.